What's going on, everybody? T-Smooth here.
Mikey P here. What's up, guys?
Here's another episode of OG Sports Talk, where we talk sports and only sports. As long as sports is still going, we're still going. Let's hop right into it, people. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of big moves, big trades has been going on in the NFL. It's only NFL today. NFL only NFL, man. Let's hop right into it, though, with the wins and losses. Today, we're going to tell y'all about who won in these big-time moves and who lost in these big-time moves. We're going to give you 3 winners. We're going to give you 3 losers. Let's talk about the winners first, man. Who we got in the winners, man?
Okay, first, I'm going to go off and say the biggest win in the NFL trades this week had to be the Vikings acquiring Kirk Cousins. And I'll tell you why, Terrence. Last year, they were 1 game away, okay, from the Super Bowl. And what happened? Case Keenum completely choked. And I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but this man is not going to choke. He is a 4,000-yard passer 3 years in a row, okay, with 30-plus touchdowns 3 years in a row, Terrence. And I really think this is going to be a great trade. It's the biggest contract right now of all sports. 3 years, $86 million.
Yeah.
And I just think with this defense, Terrence, they're going to be a powerhouse. Let me hear your first.
I think that was a big move, really. Like,
Huge
they
move.
needed a quarterback. You know, Case Keenum throughout the whole year. Can this guy get the job done? Can this get the job? His job was on the line the whole year for the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know if he was going to start the next game. They didn't know. You know, Max Zimmerman said it. You know himself. Like, I don't know about Case Keenum. You know, but now they have a quarterback that can get the job done.
And the best thing is, right? They have a top 5 defense.
Top 5 defense.
So
for the past 2 years, you know,
2 years.
They had the great defense. They didn't lose anybody in that defense. It was a great move. I think Kirk Cousins is the biggest winner of this offseason. You know what I'm saying? The next winner I think we should really talk about is Jimmy Graham to the Packers. Jimmy Graham to the Packers. Let's talk.
Same division,
man.
Woo!
Jimmy Graham on the Packers. You know, we know that man Aaron Rodgers. That man's a bad man. He loves throwing to his tight ends, man. I think Jimmy Graham is a great tight end still. He is coming off an injury 2 years ago, and he had a all right year.
Exactly.
You know, but he still has that athleticism. He still got some get up in him. And I think with him going to the Packers and the Packers releasing Jordy Nelson, he's gonna be a big spot there. You know, so there's gonna be Jimmy Graham, Randall Cobb, and Devontae Adams. That's going to be a scary receiving core with that bad man in the back, Aaron Rodgers throwing to him.
And let me tell you something, guys, and Terrence. The last time Jimmy Graham had an elite quarterback, like Aaron Rodgers, was Drew Brees. And that time, he had 1,000 yards almost every year with Drew. Yeah, you saw that. It blew my mind. 1,000 yards every year with Drew. Okay? I'm just saying. And I think Aaron is better than Drew. So,
wow. Aaron is a great quarterback. Let's get into another winner. I think is a big-time winner. Is the Titans signing Malcolm Butler.
Why is that?
Because the Titans is a playoff team. The Titans is a playoff team. You know, Mariota is a great quarterback, I think. You know, he still has some developing to do, but he is a great quarterback, especially coming off of a leg break. He broke his leg, man, and took the team to the playoffs.
Derek Carr couldn't do it.
And we ain't going to talk about DC, but with Mariota, he was a great quarterback. He had weapons. He still has those weapons. And on top of that, now he has a lockdown corner. You know, that is coming off of he's coming off of a game that he couldn't even play 1 snap in the Super Bowl. And with that, they had a top 10 run defense. You know, their run defense. No, I think it was top 5. I think actually run defense. You know, they had a top 5 run defense. You know, we have a lockdown specialist in Malcolm Butler. You know, that's a big move. You know, that's a really underrated move. Malcolm Butler's coming off of a year where he didn't play in the Super Bowl after like 2 years before. You know, 2 years before winning the Super Bowl. You know, with that pick on the goal line. You know, MVP.
Tom Brady gave this man the MVP for that Super Bowl, handed him a truck at the end.
And I think
that interception.
And I think that, you know, that plays a big part in what going to the Titans is going to do. You know, I honestly believe he could have been a Raider. I think the Raiders really slipped up and signing not one DB, but signing receivers and signing tight ends that got those who no one even heard of.
We will get into the Raiders' decisions on the loser side after this.
Yeah, well, actually, who you think is your third winner? You know, I told you my third winner. Who you think is your third winner?
We talked bad about this guy previously. Right now, with the Vikings talking with Kirk Cousins for that trade, we talked bad about him. But I really think Case Keenum going to the Broncos is the third biggest win, and I'll tell you why. They have a good defense. I know Aqib Talib is let go, but great defensive line, good linebackers. You know, they have safeties as well. So right now, all they need is another corner and an offense. We had Brock Osweiler, bro. Brock Osweiler, okay, and Simeon.
At Paxton Lynch.
And Paxton Lynch. Story about Paxton Lynch. They tried to get him ready, like they did for Jared Goff. The Rams did for Jared Goff. He came in the game And completely, it was a show, bro. And you know what kind of show that was?
Show.
It was a crap show, okay, for you people. But I think Case Keenum's they're gonna go playoffs. They will make a playoff run with Case Keenum in the back.
I think with Case Keenum, it's
that
just
defense.
I think with Case Keenum, he's going to a team with a good defense. It's not as good as the Vikings defense. Vikings has a really good defense. They got a pass rush. They got pass defenders, all that stuff.
Pro Bowl safeties,
Pro Bowl corners, Pro Bowl D linemen. They got all that
everywhere.
Pro Bowl linebacker, all that. Speed everywhere, all that. But with the Broncos, Case Keenum is that guy that we were asking that question. I'm still gonna be asking that question. Can he get the job done in the big games? Look, he plays the Raiders twice a year. The Chiefs are they're not as good as they used to be. Maybe I don't know what Patrick Mahomes is going to do this year. I'm a big fan of him, but I don't know what he's going to do this year. But the Chiefs are low key downgrading right now. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still a threat. And
I think
the Chargers was a damn near playoff team last year.
Right.
They play these teams twice a year.
Right.
But Case Keenum went through that competition in the NFC, but it's not as good as these teams right now, I think. And but Case Keenum, I don't know if he's gonna get the job done. That's a question I'm gonna keep asking.
But people didn't believe in Case throughout the beginning, even when he was in Minnesota. So I mean, one bad game, is that gonna define your whole career after leading your team to the NFC Championship?
We shall find out in the 2018-2019 NFL season,
the most littest season.
Now, Mikey B, let's get into these losers.
We have losers. We have losers.
2018 offseason.
There's a big three too. You want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave the Raiders to you because those are your boys. So let's talk about Isaiah Crowell to the Jets. You went from the worst organization in football to the second worst organization in football, in my opinion. One of the second worst, probably top 5 worst. No offensive line. What are you gonna do? You had a 3.9 average, okay, in Cleveland. What are you going to do in New York? What? I think your time is done, Isaiah. It hasn't even been that long. So, I mean, if the Jets can get an O-line, possibly. But Matt Forte and everybody else, they couldn't do it, man. So I don't think you're going to be able to do it. I think that's just a huge loss right there. That's just my opinion.
Look, man, when Isaiah Crowell, man, you're right. He did average 3 yards a carry.
3.9 yards a carry.
He had his stint. He had a couple weeks where he was going off. Trust me, I know. He was my fantasy team, But
so mine too. Let go of him, man. I think you picked him up.
Damn. Well, my thing is, look, man. Isaiah Corral, maybe this is a new opportunity, a new breath for him. A new thing to where he could I'm on a new team. I'm in New York. I'm with the New Yorkers.
So you go from shit to piss, basically, in the organizations.
Man, look, it might be a new opportunity. The Jets have a good run defense. I don't know about Wilkinson.
Bobby Wilkerson is gone, by the way. So let's take that run defense and throw it out the window.
Yeah,
now,
so I don't know. I really don't know what this is. I really don't know what the Jets are doing in the organization. I could really care less. They got the Patriots to play twice a year, so we'll see what happens with the Jets. Let's get into the second loser. I think is Haloti Ngata to the Eagles. Haloti Ngata. He doesn't think he's a loser, but I think he's a loser. This is why.
That's a tank.
This is why, man. He's a 34-year-old player getting signed to a 1-year deal. I think this move is just for depth, to be honest with you. I think that they're wasting their money signing Haloti Ngata. They could get their money back in the draft, getting a D tackle. I really don't know the draft picks, but Haloti Ngata had a terrible year last year on the Lions.
I think they did that, bro, for rotation. Because now they got Ngata, Michael Bennett, Fletcher Cox. So what? Sorry. Get real physical.
Yeah, right.
It's just mind-boggling. You have those guys, and just the outcome's just gonna go straight.
Yeah, man. I think
it's just for people to get just rest, bro. He used to be baller.
He's a Pro Bowler, all pro on the Ravens. He was that guy. No one would run his side when he was on the Ravens. He's old.
I saw that man bench 225 42 times. So
a monster, a beast. Let's get into this last L, I think, and it's from my team.
It's like you said, L.
This is my worst team. Is Vontaze Burfict going and getting signed to the Raiders? This deal happened this morning. This is Wednesday morning. For us to record this, but Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict going to the Raiders. Let me tell you something about Vontaze Burfict. He's the most penalized player in the league, going to the most penalized team in the league, bro. What kind of move is this, man? You have 4 marquee DBs out in the free agency or out in the trade. And you're going to get the most penalized linebacker that's old, that try to break people's legs at the end of games, man. Come on, man. This move was an L, bro, because, he's old. We want to go youth. We want to be good for a long time, not just for right now, but for a long time.
But what else can you expect from the Raiders?
God. Oh my
From
God.
the Raiders. Going after washed up people. They took Jerry Rice from us. Okay? They tried to make him a Raider. Didn't happen. Now they're trying, you know what I mean? Now they're trying to make this Vontaze Burfict thing and try and say they're gonna have a linebacker core now. It's not gonna happen. He'll probably play half the games he plays anyways.
My thing is, we never signed Navarro Bowman back. So what are you doing signing Vontaze Burfict? Navarro Bowman is twice the man Vontaze Burfict is, man.
Well, they might really try and go after linebacker now in the draft. Have two top linebacker. I don't think Vontaze Burfict is a top linebacker.
He was a pro.
He's a good run stopper.
Yeah, he's a good run stopper, but bro,
he's a dirty run stopper.
Bro, come on, man. We want to go use. We want to move the ball. We want to be good forever, man. Look, man, the Raiders need to go youth. They need to get DBs. That was our big problem. Everybody, even the worst teams could throw against us. We were 27th in defense. Not even talking about the pass.
My question is, out of Malcolm Butler joining free agency, Richard Sherman, Tremaine Johnson, and
Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters also. That was earlier on. He kind of got picked up quick.
Yeah.
But out of all those guys, you just turn the page.
Go right over the head.
You just turn the page and say, I'm gonna pick the dirtiest player in the league in Vontaze Burfict.
Nah, man.
Vontaze Burfict. I probably didn't spell that right, but it's Vontaze Burfict.
Man, this is terrible, man.
Raiders, I'm calling it. Raiders probably go 1-15 next year.
Stop it. Stop it.
Start making moves, bro. John Gruden can't save you if you ain't doing nothing.
John Gruden's probably sitting right now counting his racks. We gave all our money to John Gruden, man, counting his racks,
You have Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, I said Lynch because out of shape. Okay. You have Marshawn Lynch averaging 3.6 yards a carry. Okay.
I'm just so disappointed, man.
Where's Donald Penn? Where y'all at, line? Where's everybody at? Supposedly the second best line in the league. Where y'all at? Third best line in the league. Where y'all at? Nowhere.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be a rough season, man.
But this concludes another episode of OG Sports Talk, where we talk sports and only sports. This is your co-host, T Smooth.
And Mikey P, you guys stay safe, man.
And as long as sports is still going, we're still going. Y'all drive safe, man.
Like and subscribe, bro.